Hi, I'm Dr. Haley Perlus, sport and exercise psychology expert, here with today's mental toughness moment. In last Sunday's football game, Broncos against the Cowboys, there was over an hour long delay due to weather. And I bring this up because in interviews, the head coach for the Broncos, Vance Joseph, he was asked what they did. And he said that they went back and they turned off the air conditioning, number one, in the locker room, and number two, they watched football. And this is a technique called association, compared to the opposite of association, which is dissociation. And association is tuning in, whereas dissociation is tuning out. And really, when you are performing sports, actually performing it, tuning in would be focusing on, bodily sensations. So your heart rate or your breathing or your cadence or your technique or tactics. But if you're not actually performing, we can look at it as, again, football players watching football, watching tape, and staying in the zone, staying tuned into the work, which, would be the opposite of dissociation, which would there be like, just hanging around, laughing to each other, talking to each other, not really focusing on the football game. And the head coach, from a sports psychology perspective, I never heard this in his interview, but I'm going to assume that the reason he did this was, he wanted them to relax and recover, but he also wanted them to stay in the game with their mindset, stay in the zone as much as they could. So you're watching football and you're staying in the game, even though it was over an hour delay. And how you can use this, well, I'm going to share something that I did. Last week, I was on the indoor cycle. So I used to, and sometimes I still do, teach indoor cycling. And so I was on the bike for myself, all alone, giving myself a little bit of an indoor cycle class. And I had an intention. I had an objective for this one song. But then I let my mind wander. I dissociated. I tuned out of the work and I started daydreaming. I don't even know what I was thinking about, but I was not focused on the task at hand. I was not tuned into the work. And the next thing you know, the song was over and I had totally missed my intervals. So I actually had poor performance because I was dissociating. Had I stayed tuned in to, I think it was a 50-minute, maybe 55-minute workout, I would have enhanced my performance. So learn from the Broncos, learn from my mistake, and if you're working out or if you're playing a game, it's an hour, a couple hours long, tune in to the best of your ability, associate, because especially at high intensities, that's when your performance is going to be at an all-time high because you're zoned in. You're focused on the task at hand, on your short-term goals. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave them in the space provided. Share this video with your support community. And until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.